This is the Best or Worst Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Koji Steven Sakai and M. Martin Mapoma.
Welcome, we are back. This is episode 77 of the Best or Worst Podcast. Last Tuesday, you heard us talking to Earl about bringing him on, and this is Thursday where we get to hear his best moments. This is the Best or Worst Podcast. Our society is so focused on celebrity, we sometimes forget that regular people lead interesting lives too. Best or worst moment of your life, host Koji Steven Sakai. Who is that? That's you. And M. Martin Mapoma, that's me. All right, here, let your story out. Don't worry about it.
You're doing it all totally different.
Yeah.
You're doing something totally different.
I know. I was trying to.
Like you broke my stride.
I don't know what you're doing because you're just all over the place.
What's that?
You talked about Tuesday. You talked about Thursday. You talked about that first.
I know. I got that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a senior moment. I understand. We'll keep it.
I told you. He tells you how old I am. I got cut up in
senior moment. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're over 90 years old, or I'll see. Like this is what ends up happening. Is you start to forget what you're supposed to say.
Things just slow down.
Yeah, you start to things out of order. No, I'm just kidding.
I suck at life.
But today, Thursday, Martin was right. Thursday is the day we ask people about their best or worst day. And on Tuesday, we got to know Earl. We found out that he's a gamer. I am not a gamer, but Martin and Earl could connect on that level.
Right.
And the Filipino thing, which I'm also not Filipino, but I'm Asian-ish, so I could
Asian-ish.
Asian Pacific Islander, so we're we're in the same general vicinity of the world.
Right. We're on the Ring of Fire. What
is happening right now?
We're on the Ring of Fire, yeah, exactly. Although I was just reading an article about how people should not say Asian Pacific Islander.
I just saw that. I bookmarked it. I haven't read it yet.
It's a really important article. I think it is true that I think forcing that connection it doesn't.
Right. I think it's about representation, right? I can imagine what the article's going to be be about.
Because it's more about East Asians co-opting that term for their like Janum, that's what we have to say at Janum, but I also thought because it's that's not what we are really.
But do we advocate for these other people, right?
Actually we got this huge, I don't know, we got this huge whole thing with the Filipino community about something. I remember in the exhibition, people were super pissed at us, but it was like four random people, and we're and then all these other Filipinos were like, what are you guys talking about? They're gonna protest this and shit. But anyway, so
there's a lot of conversations to be had there.
Yeah. Have you heard the new term, Koji? Global South.
Global South.
I have not heard that.
No, dude. Third world countries are no longer called third world countries. They are called Global South.
Global South.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I want to know that.
But even third world countries is it doesn't make sense anyway, because first world countries is capitalist, second world countries are communist. So now that there's almost no communist countries, it doesn't that spectrum doesn't work anyway. So it should be changed anyway. But anyway, so Martin, do you want to hear Earl's best or worst moment? Wait, let me guess. You're gonna say best moment because it's the pandemic. You want to hear?
No, I'm gonna say worst.
Just because I said it? It's not just because I said it?
No. What I was actually thinking was that, you know what? Koji always tells me say the best. I'm going to go with the worst today. Okay. Plus, I'm still stuck on how do I get my Twitch account up?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. It's just grinding, I think.
Or we'll ask you about your worst moment. But so one of the things we do tell people beforehand is that obviously, worst moments and best moments shouldn't be moments that are easy, like with somebody, your parent dying or something, or getting married or having, because those are too easy and everybody experiences those unless it's something special. Like it could have been something special, like your mom was on the Titanic or something, which would be really special. Yeah. Also because it means you're really old. But but tell us what is your worst moment?
Okay. I think I'm going to tell this story, and it goes back to when. How much time do I have? Just so I know.
No, you go for it. You're all
whatever time you have. Yeah.
All right. So back in the day, when I was in junior, actually starting from when I was like 8 or 9 to all the way when I was 16 or so, I was a Boy Scout. So I was doing that pretty hardcore. I mean, I did the whole camping thing. I went like monthly or yearly scout camp up in the San Gorgonio wilderness. Spent a week up there, camping. I did that. That was a part of my life. And one year, we were backpacking through the Angeles National Forest. I must have been 12 at the time. So I was 12 at the time, and we planned this weekend backpacking trip through the wilderness. The one thing, and we had it planned out pretty well, at least we thought. But the one thing we didn't take into account when we were planning our route was the topography of the area. So like the way, the elevation, like hills and all that.
You didn't plan it, basically, is the.
Yeah, we didn't plan it very well. We planned as the bird flies, and not and not people walking through a forest.
Cody's an outdoor guy, man. Cody does not play.
1,000 feet up is 1,000 feet up is a mile of hiking, right?
Right, rightly, yeah.
Wow.
And whoever planned it, I didn't plan it. I was like 12.
Okay.
They did not take into account
That's
that.
terrible. Yeah.
So
and dangerous.
Right. It was very dangerous. Luckily, we weren't above like 5,000. We were not like high at all. And but it was a long weekend, and we had left Friday night to return Sunday night. So that was the trip, and we packed enough supplies for that. Over the course of the trip, we thought we were fine. The second day, we're fording like through streams and rivers, and we're like, man, we are slow. We are not going to make it back to civilization by Sunday night. So the scoutmasters make the call to and they say we're gonna stay the extra day. We're going to stay the extra night because nobody has school in the morning anyway, and we're not going to be able to make it out. This was before like any kind of communication devices, no satellite phones, no cell
parents
phones.
Know anything about that?
No, they didn't. Well, this is what plays into it. So
this is going to be good.
What happens is we all camp on that night, the night we're supposed to be back, and the decision is made for the older scouts. So all the dudes that are like 16 and older, who are faster, they're going to leave at the break of dawn and try to beeline it to civilization, to like a ranger station or something as soon as they can, just to inform the parents as soon as possible. The slower scouts, the younger scouts, it's me and like 3 other dudes. We stay behind because we're evidently like way slower than everybody else. So they're like, they split the scoutmasters. One goes with the older scouts, and they leave at the break of dawn, and then one stays with us.
Can I just say that's a terrible idea, by the way?
Right, it's terrible.
Okay. You should not break up the group. Okay.
I know, right? Even in like Dungeons and Dragons, you don't break up the party. It's a bad idea.
What you would do? Because I did search and rescue. What you do is you send an adult out. If the adult
that makes way more sense.
Send one adult out, and then you keep the rest as a group together. But only if that adult could get out, though, because a lot of adults are stupid and they can't get out. But if the adult's like, if it's like me, I would get out. But you said the person is able to like hike and knows if they know where they are, at least.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
That makes so much more sense. But they split us up. So about 10 or so, a party of 10 leaves at the break of dawn. We stay. It's me and 2 other scouts and the scoutmaster, and we wake up later, break camp, and we're about to head out, and we have everything packed up, and we start off. And as soon as we are about to start off, I see like four people in like decked out hiking gear, like with the hiking sticks, just like tearing up terrain like it's not even there, just going through the stream like they've done this a million times. And I was like, those guys look hella pro. And they come up within earshot of us, and they go, "Hey, are you guys Troop 145?" And we're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, we're search and rescue. We're here to find you." And we're like, "Oh shit." So apparently, as soon as we did not come back from on the night, parents call the sheriff. They're panicking, of course. They send out search and rescue as soon as in the morning. So the search and rescue party says, "Hey, we saw the rest of your troop come back on the way, like the faster group." And as we're about to all walk off, the lead search and rescue guy goes, "Hey, I don't feel like walking through all those streams anymore. Let's call in the helo." So they call in a helicopter, and it touches down. I get airlifted out. And me and 3 other scouts.
Wait, this is your worst moment?
I was gonna say, wait.
Okay.
I don't know if this is my worst moment. I thought it was my worst.
Okay.
So this is awesome.
Well, not
I was
awesome,
so embarrassed.
Yeah, it would be embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed, but yeah, go ahead.
But no, okay, go ahead.
When I hear over the walkie, the lead guy goes, "All right, we have we have an adult, two children, and 1 large child," referring to me. And
At least they didn't call you a girl.
yeah, that's true.
What
Sorry,
large
but-
child? That's fucked up. That's
Yeah.
messed up. They're like, damn, it's just a donut, bro. Why you gotta hate?
Why, I can hear you. But we get lifted out. They drop us off by a ranger station or a sheriff station. And once we're there, there's all the news vans are there. Like
Oh,
they
wow.
were there. The news vans were all there. And we're sitting there like, oh my God, what do we do? My
They wanted some
scoutmaster,
dead
like,
bodies.
I know.
They wanted
for
some dead
something.
bodies. They're like, oh, everyone live. God damn it. Okay.
No, what? They're all
Or
here.
they want to cut your arm off or something, right? Or
know,
duck and you had to
You mean
chew
they're
your
all
arm off.
unscathed? So my scoutmaster, as soon as he sees all of the news vans, he's like, "All right, nobody look.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
We touch down. 3 of us are like standing by this truck, and all these like news cameras are around us, and we're like, "What do we do?" They actually managed to catch my my scoutmaster, and all he says is, "I'm sorry," and that ends up on the nightly news, 10 o'clock, and that's the first time I ever made it on the news. 'Cause I got
that's
lost.
awesome. Wow.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
so were you like really chilly at night and thought you were gonna die? Did you hear rustling sounds in the night or bears or something?
No.
No,
Give me something, Earl. Give me something, Earl.
honestly, we were having a ball of a time. I mean, we were like swimming in streams and like it was good. The only thing that was really bad, I guess, that came out of that whole thing was the poison oak. Like I had a poison oak or poison ivy like
Ooh.
infection, I guess, like afterwards. So for the next week and a half, I was like, I was,
Yeah,
my friends were Aveeno, oatmeal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just crosses a lot, especially if you're hiking through the water. That means it's
yeah.
poison oak
I'll tell
everywhere.
you right now, Earl. I don't know how well you know Koji, but if the apocalypse ever happens,
Right.
I'm going to Koji's house because he has an exit plan to get us the hell out of LA. It's fascinating.
I had no idea, Koji.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Koji does not play, man. And I say that as a compliment because every time, we have this running joke, or I have this running joke. Every time I hang out with Koji, I'm either a horrible parent or I don't know shit about the world.
well, no.
That's
the only time I ever got lost and it really scared me was I was in this backpacking trip, and we were like North Cascades, so above the snow line.
Wow.
And it
Right.
was blizzard, and I was really cold. I had to go pee.
Oh my God.
It was the middle of the night, and so I just I didn't want to pee like right outside the tent because I think there was like another tent right next to me. And so I went out. I must have been like 3 feet from my tent to pee,
Right.
and I turned around and started walking back to the tent. And I was like, "Fuck, I should have hit the tent," but I didn't hit the tent. And so I was like, "Shit!" Like it's the middle of the night, so nobody's awake. I don't have any of my gear because it was in the tent. I didn't take any of my
Right.
gear, obviously. And I was like, "Fuck!" Like so, I know like the whole point of the trip is not to it's to I mean this is like the 4th month of my backpacking, so I've been outside a lot. So I'm like really
Right.
aware well of what to do. And I was like, "Fuck!" Like I'm lost. And I was like, I could get there. I could get there. So I kept walking, and finally, like I ran into this thing that was like the edge of the camp on the other side of where I thought I was, but I just happened to see it, and I'm like, "Oh shit! I'm on the other side of the camp."
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, and I'd walked somehow. I'd made it like.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
the blizzard was that bad that you walked outside your tent 3 feet and couldn't see your tent.
Yeah, and I walked the wrong direction.
But this was the middle of the night,
It was
right?
real nice. So I didn't have my real shoes on. I didn't have like my jacket. I didn't have like. I mean, I'd survive with like if I had my pack, I could survive anywhere.
Right,
I didn't have
right.
anything. And I was like, and I know I'm supposed to sit down and just start like yelling for him, but my friends, like the people I was with, can't hear me because of it was so
The wind,
It was it was so blizzardy outside. And I
Yeah.
was like, fuck. And I was like, that was the first time I'm like, oh, because I used to talk shit about people that got lost because I'd be like, what's wrong with you? You know, like because a lot of times, like when I was doing search and rescue, I'd talk to people. I'd be like, well, if the stream was on the left when you're going up, what side would it be on going down? You know, like
You keep it on your right.
Yeah.
And so like, but then like that, but that was extraordinary conditions. We're not on trail where it was
Right.
a blizzard. There's like 0 people. There's like nobody else around. Like, you know, we're not on trail or anything. It's not like there's anybody around, but that was, and we're not near a ranger station. So it's like, that was
Right.
like, yeah.
So
But,
how long did that whole thing last, Koji? Like, can you quantify it with time, or was it
it felt
2
like
minutes?
forever.
30?
It felt forever, but it was probably like 10, 15 minutes. I
Oh,
was,
that's 10, 15 minutes
And-
too long. For me.
10, 15
and
minutes,
it's
10,
high
15
on
minutes
it.
of like,
It's high
holy
on a
shit.
mountain.
Yeah.
So I could have walked
Yeah.
off the mountain. I could have walked off the mountain too.
You could have, dude. Here's the
'cause-
thing that people
Damn.
don't understand about like when you're out in the wilderness and you're, you know, it's dark as fuck. It's dark.
No, it is. It is.
It's
Yeah.
like you've never experienced dark. There's
Yeah.
anybody that lives in the city has not experienced dark like if
Yeah.
you're in the
Yeah.
forest.
So
Yeah.
I could have walked because we're high.
Yeah.
We're like maybe 6,000 or 7,000
Yeah.
and on
Right.
like on a hillside. So I could totally walked off, but it was like, it
Jesus.
was a really scary moment. But your moment's hilarious. Did that Boy Scout leader
Get fired.
Yeah. Did he get fired?
No,
No. Okay.
we were all so this all goes back to my because you know how Boy Scout troops are kind of centered around certain organizations. This was like
Yeah.
the Boy Scout troop that was at my elementary school. So
Okay.
it was all everybody knew each other, all the parents knew each other.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were all fine, I guess, after the explanation, and nobody was hurt. It was just
Wow.
And
we were
did you
covered
become
in
did you
poison
become an
ivy.
Eagle
Because-
Scout?
I did not. I stopped at Star, which is 2 Below Eagle, because 90s gangster rap happened, and I got caught up in all that. So
Really? That was you. Okay.
oh,
Yeah. My son is actually a Cub Scout, and I'm his den leader. And,
nice.
Yeah. I love to camp. Love to camp. So when you mentioned how dark it gets,
Yeah,
I don't know, Coach. I don't know how you do that, man. Only Coach would camp in a blizzard. You know,
yeah,
Come on.
man.
my
That's
my-
hardcore, dude. I never did that.
I get lost coming back from the bathroom, going to my tent. You know, in a KOA.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like car
Yeah.
camping is like the most depressing thing in the world. Like,
No, we don't car.
camping is-
No. Okay. Oh wait. So car camping, where you park your tent's literally like 2 feet from your car.
yes, yeah, that's car
Well,
camping.
my tent was 10, 20 feet. So
No,
that kind of counts.
real camping is like where you're the only tent around. Like you're the only. There's no other tents around. There's no other people around.
I
There's no bathrooms.
don't do bears. I don't do bears.
You just
and it's a
hang
funny
your,
thing
you just hang your food. That's all. They're not gonna.
Yeah,
you're not gonna
you have to hang your food in the
just hang your
trees.
food, or you put it in a bear. You put it in a bear
Yeah.
can. That's all.
Do you ever
Yeah.
see the movie The Edge
Yeah, come
with
on.
Harold
Yeah, yeah.
Perrineau?
It's
You
super.
know, the one
like-
black man in the forest that had to eat his ass.
Most
One
likely, the
black
bear.
dude.
Most of the time, the bear will see you or hear you before you're even close. Like that's why,
That
like
does
in
not-
grizzly, that's why in grizzly country you wear bells, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dinner bells.
No,
And
no,
And we
no.
only have black bears here in California, as
Yeah,
far as
yeah,
I
yeah.
know. So we're
hold
fine.
on. No, hold on. I prefer the term African American bears.
Ah.
They get upset with that. They get upset with that.
I mean, you can see bears in the Angeles
Bears of
Crest.
color.
Bears of color.
Yeah,
No, I
you
know.
can. I've run into bears in Angeles Crest.
Yeah, I've watched them as well because especially like in like October, November, if you go on,
Right.
the
They come
trail,
down. They come down.
You can watch them on the trails. If you just get up like I used to get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and just hang out on top of a hill downwind, and you can,
Yeah.
you can
Well,
only see
they-
like they can't smell because I'm downwind.
Well, they don't. But
Yeah.
black bears don't like us. They see us. They take off.
Yeah, no, all animals
Yeah.
are like that. They very
Most of
rarely,
them will, yeah.
yeah, very
Not
rarely.
gri- not
Most of
Unless
grizzlies.
you're hungry.
No,
or,
grizzly
like,
bears are
really-
grizzly bears. That's why you wear bells because they avoid you. They
Mm.
avoid like that's why you like the biggest thing with grizzly bears. You don't want to scare them.
Right.
Well, that's why you
That's-
wear bells because if you wear bells, they'll leave before you get there. The biggest worry about a grizzly bear is if you turn a corner and you're not wearing a bell and they don't hear you. That's when you get attacked. But if you're wearing
Yeah,
a bell,
or if they have cubs.
well, of course, you just don't. You just stay away from cubs. But as long as you're just like walking, they usually get out of your way way before. But anyway, Yeah, the Boy Scouts is an interesting issue now with like the Boy Scouts. The Boy Scouts is worse than the Catholic Church, to be fair.
Dude, I've been hearing stuff, and
that's a tall order because the Catholic Church does not play.
Yeah, no.
So my troop was a Boy Scout troop at a Catholic church because I went to Catholic school.
That's like double. You were like the molesters were being molested by the molesters.
Wait, you're Filipino that went to a Catholic school in the Catholic Church? That's rare. You never hear that ever.
Hey, yo, but like what the pastor of my school, my 8th grade year, was actually one of the prosecuted.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I was like this perfect nexus of just bad shit.
Yeah. Wow. My Boy Scout leader was a
yeah. Koji has a great story. Koji, you got to tell a story. This is a great story.
Yeah, no, like I left Boy Scouts because I got in a fight with the Boy Scout leader, and I got pissed.
Oh wow,
not a fight, but like argument, and then and I told him like, why are you here? You have no kid here, and it turned out later, like it came out like 20 years later, or not 20, like 10 years later, that he was like that he was dating young boys, or he was like,
oh my god,
and so he was one of he got arrested and everything. So I like he has a business here in South Pass, and I'm always like,
he's wait again still.
Yeah, he's not the Boy Scout leader anymore, but he's like still his family's an important family in South Pass. So, but it's all interesting.
See, I always thinking about like maybe I could go and be like a junior scoutmaster or something, but then I was like, I don't have a kid though. It would just feel weird.
Yeah, dude.
That's the number one sign of child predators. Is a person who's doing something that wants to be around kids and doesn't have a reason to be around kids or is not being employed.
Right.
Like, that's why like people ask me like because I coach my son's basketball team and I got asked to coach another basketball team. I'm like, wait, is my son on this team? No. Well, why the hell would I want to coach your children's basketball team? And you're not.
Or are you going to pay me for it?
Yeah, you're not even paying me for this. So like, I don't want to like coach.
Yeah, no kidding.
The only reason I want to coach my son's team is because I'm there. I'm going to be there. I have to be there anyway. So might as well.
Right.
Yeah. Well, even for me, working, I have one of my companies, Primal Play. I work with kids. And I'm certified through the IYCA, which is the International Youth Conditioning Association, and their background check is no joke, which is a good thing. Yeah, they don't. You can't even take one of their courses until you take a background check. Wow. And their background check is stringent.
Is their background check more than being a teacher, or is it?
What do you mean?
Is it more stringent than being a teacher? Or
dude, yeah, because I mean, when you're a coach, I mean, in athletics, if you're a coach. These kids look up to you in so many ways. And there's
but what about teachers? Is that the same thing as teacher?
No, it's not. It's not the same. I mean, like if you're a,
what test is it? What test is it?
I don't know. They just do a background. Oh, no. The strength and conditioning.
No, I know. But what is it? There's the name of the test because there's a national database. Which national database does it go to?
Oh, I have no idea. That's a good question. All I know is it's recurring. They check it out. Wow. They check on it. Yeah, they don't play
every few years or something like that.
Yeah, they don't play. And it's anybody who coaches kids or works with kids, if they don't have a background check done, in no way I wouldn't trust it.
I feel like there has to be some kind of oversight like that with the scouts because literally, I mean,
Well, maybe now they do.
Well, no, they were moving people around, right? It's just they were doing exactly what the Catholic Church did.
No, they do that. They do it now. They do it now. It's actually called Virtus, Earl. They because when I yeah, they did it when I was going to be the den leader for my son's troop. Yeah, you have to be virtues trained, and
that's what they say.
They're not. Yeah,
that's what they say. They're still in trouble, dude. They're still like a very troubled organization. Like, I mean, this is why they're very they're very. I mean, they're very late to gay issues. They're very late, dude, they're still not about like gay marriage or gay scoutmasters and. Like they say,
our parish is very different. We are very forward thinking, and it's one of the reasons why we're still there. Because when I'm not a very religious person, but I was raised Southern Baptist, and I'm still recovering, bro. Don't even get me started.
I know.
It's like
I'm not very religious now.
I'm like, gangsters don't dance week. Nope, you can't do that, Martin. So I didn't go to church for years, and then when my wife and I got married, First,
did they make you have a Catholic ceremony?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't actually. But the first time we went to a church here in our neighborhood, my kid was a baby, and we went to the front row to sit down where they sat us, and the priest was going through the homily, and halfway through, Grayson was fussing a little bit, and the priest was like, "I got to stop. Whoever has that kid, can you just take him out of here?"
Wow.
And dude, I stood and I stood up,
Right.
and I was enraged, and I started to say something, and I looked down at my wife, and I could see in her face like, please.
Please don't
And
start.
I looked him dead in his eye, and he knew, because I mean, he just kind of like, and I just turned
Right.
around to walk out, and when I turned around to walk out, we're in the front row, the whole church just shifted like, boom.
Yeah,
look at
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I'm walking out, and people were looking at me like, and so I walked outside, and then one of the ushers came out, and he's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm pretty fucking far from okay." He's like, "But," he started like, and I was like, "Dude, I don't know you, no offense, but you need to just get fuck away from me, because right now I'm not having it." And so we left, and I I told my wife, "That's it, I'm done. This whole religion thing, not me." And then we went to the
Wait, what is that?
we went to Holy Family in our neighborhood. No, huh?
What does that have to do with Boy Scouts?
No, then we went to our parish, Holy Family in South Pass, and dude, the Monsignor there, his the first sermon I heard, and I was like, wait, this is a religious service. It was so like, and he's an older gentleman, and it blew me away how open and it was like it was who I would think that Jesus would be.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, because Jesus in the Bible, I think Koji knows this. You said this, Koji. Jesus in the Bible is not the Jesus most people worship.
Right, right. It's very different.
The Jesus in the Bible will be tarred and feathered, but this guy, the Monsignor was like that, and I was just blown away. And so we've been going ever since. And every time, I'm not gonna even lie. I'd say I like to go to church every Sunday, but every time we go, it's and he's talking, it's awesome.
And this with Boy Scouts.
So that's why the kid went to that school, and that's why Grace Cub Scouts. God damn it, Koji!
I don't know. I was trying to figure out where this is going.
Because you're not religious. No, so I'm just saying. So that's how
I'm spiritual, not religious. So I've read the Bible. I'm down for the Bible. I'm down for everything. It's just humans ruin it all. That's all.
No, they do.
Humans ruin a lot of stuff, man.
They do.
Yeah.
You read the Bible and you're like, how are y'all misinterpreting this?
Oh, I know, right? You're flipping through like, wait, what? Where does it say that again?
So let me ask you a question, Earl. Are you you still backpack? Are you still do things, or is that?
I haven't in a very long time. I kind of stopped in college. That was kind of the last time, because I just didn't have anybody to go with, and I didn't like going by myself. Nobody, I didn't know anybody really.
Going by yourself is way better, by the way. I'm just gonna tell you.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But the most important question though is Xbox.
No.
I'm PC actually.
Oh, you're one of real gamers. Okay.
Yeah. See, I got this thing over here.
Whoa, with the lights going on.
Yeah.
My wife always clowns me because she played World of Warcraft on PC, and I'm
Right.
my son wants to get a PC, and she's and I also I'm a geek. She's like, no, you're not. I'm a gamer. She's like, you play console.
Yeah.
You got to go PC, and I'm just
She's
like,
PC Master Race.
oh yeah, she is. She is PC Master Race. And so, my kid wants a PC for Christmas, gaming
Right.
system. So my cousin works for JPL. We have another cousin who she's something else, but she builds gaming, like
Right.
awesome gaming PCs. So she said she'd build them for my kid for
Nice.
$2,000 system for $500. And apparently dude, her stuff is no joke. And
This is
she's
a
all-
custom.
and she-
I had a friend build this one too. So
yeah, that's what she does. That's nice.
Well, I would recommend, Earl, that you go
Chunk.
go camping by yourself. That I think there is
really,
backpacking by
I
yourself.
gotta
think-
buy all my gear back. I
You
don't have
gear.
I still have my pack, but
That's
like
just
all
crazy.
my tent, I don't know where that is. Like
Oh.
all the other stuff, like my backpacking stove, like my water bottles, all that. I don't
Wow.
know.
Let me ask
that
him.
stuff.
Hey Earl, does that one have water going through it? So it doesn't overheat?
This is this has a an all-in-one cooler, so but it's not for the I only have it for the CPU and not the GPU. Right
Okay.
now, if you can see, it's the
Yeah.
CPU is water cooled.
Wow,
But,
my
yeah.
kthat's up on that. He saw it. He's like, "That's water cooled." I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
okay."
yeah,
Use it in
Okay.
the sentence again, because I don't know anything about that stuff.
yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. This has been a Coach always surprises me with our guests, man. This has been awesome, Earl. We definitely got to exchange information.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have anything coming up, acting wise or Twitch wise, or?
Let's see. The only thing that I've had recently is I associate produced and acted in the film called Lumpia with a Vengeance, and we were just at the Hawaii International Film Fest. We just came home with the audience award. So,
okay.
But yeah. So there's that. We're trying to get distro for that, and
how can I want to see that, dude? How can I get a copy of that? My wife's gonna hate me for asking for it, but she's like, you don't need to bring that stuff in here, you know. She's a hater. She's a hater.
It's yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's you know, I don't know if y'all are like into mixed martial arts, but the star of the movie is Mark Munoz. He's a UFC guy, and so he's in it, and then but we're still hitting the festival circuit. We're trying to get a distribution for it, but we have a screening planned maybe in the beginning of January of next year. But our screenings for this year are we don't have any set for the rest of the year.
Cool. All right. Well, that sounds great. Just keep me informed. Coach will get all the information, and we got to wrap this up. But yeah, this has been awesome. We'll stay in touch. So tell people let us know. Let folks know how they can get a hold of you. Are you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch? Obviously, your Twitch name.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
No, I was gonna say your Twitch account.
Oh yeah. I am everywhere on the internet as Early Be Good. So that's EARLYBGOODE, like Johnny Be Good, but Early Be Good. So
got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
awesome,
thank you, Martin, and thank you, Earl, and thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Earl.
Please,
for sure.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast, and find us on www.bestorworstpod.com. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Peace.
Thanks for having me, folks.
All right.
Thank you.
Later.